this is a very deserving award for CJ in that, it's a culmination of a lot of work. And, he's battled through some injuries, not only his first 2 years in the NBA, but his senior year in college. But he took everything in stride and continued to work. And especially this summer, knowing the roster was going to be the way it was, that he prepared himself to have the year that he had. And certainly he was talented before this year, but the work that he put in and the fact that he was ready to take advantage of the opportunity speaks to the work ethic that he has and the character that he has.
I put an inordinate amount of pressure on Dame and CJ this offseason. We decided to go in another direction. We decided to get guys in the same career arc as Dame and CJ. As much pressure as we put on Dame, we put even more at times on CJ because we knew for us to be successful this season, it was imperative that CJ make the jump we knew he was capable of. The amount of credit that goes to CJ is supported by the amount of credit to the coaching staff. David Vanterpool, Nate Tibbetts, Dale Osborne, Jay Triano, Jimmy Moran, and of course Terry, that just spent countless hours getting extra reps up, extra shots, watching film, getting him to be the player we all knew he was capable of 3 years ago when we took him with the 10th pick in the draft. So nobody in this room is more deserving or has put more work in to reach this point in his career. And I can tell you, watching this guy in the gym, watching how he relates to the coaches, handles himself on the floor, this isn't the last award he's going to get from the NBA during his long career. So again, congratulations to CJ. We as an organization and as a city are very lucky to have CJ in this family.
And now let's hear from this amazingly talented player who set career highs in points, assists, rebounds, field goal, three-point percentage as well. He joins the late Kevin Duckworth and Zach Randolph as the only Trailblazers to win this coveted award. Ladies and gentlemen, CJ McCollum.
CJ, how much did that opening night against New Orleans sort of affirm everything you had worked for this summer when you had a career high first game of the season?
I mean, that was big, not only for myself, but I think for teammates, for the staff and the organization to see that, the hard work I put in the summertime and behind closed doors is paying off, and now everybody's able to see it. It kind of reminded me of high school. My freshman and sophomore year, I played JV my freshman year. My brother was a starting point guard. And then my sophomore year, I was like the sixth man. I played like 18 minutes a game, average 6.8 points. So it was kind of similar to, this year coming in from second to third year. And my first career start on varsity, I had 54 points. So I was telling my dad, like, hopefully this is just like high school and I can go out there and get 50 to start the season. But it was very comforting just to be able to play at home, to get a lot of open shots early, understanding that, I got about 10 games until teams is going to stop letting me shoot open threes. So I wanted to kind of take advantage of those first 10 to 15 games, and it was good momentum.
CJ, Jason Quick, Comcast Sports. Was there an evolution in how you perceived this award? Because I think initially you were like, I've always been this good.
Yeah, I think you caught me off guard. I might have been in a bad mood when you asked me that question, but that's just how I felt, man. I felt like I've been a good player. Circumstances. I think there's a lot of good players in the NBA who are in a box. That maybe they got a lot of veterans in front of them. Maybe they hurt. Maybe the coach just don't like to play young players. So for me, it was injuries. It was being a lottery pick drafted to a 50-win team. That doesn't happen. So to have to go through that and have to kind of wait your turn, you get hungry. And I felt like I was a good player. I've gotten a lot better. I've gotten stronger. I understand the game better. But in my mind, I always thought I was a good player. So when you hear most improved, you think, like, he was sorry and he got better. That's kind of how I was looking at it. But now I understand that, it comes from hard work. It's based on perception, not having played, not having the body of work to show for it. I'm thankful to receive the award. I understand that a lot of great players have received it, Jimmy Butler being one of the most recent, Kevin Love, Zebo, Duckworth, among many others, and hopefully I can continue to trend upward like those guys did. You got to work. You got to work to get success, and you got to judge a man by not how. Don't judge me after a 37 New Orleans. Judge me after a 3 for 11 in LA or a 6 for 17 in LA. Like, judge me on how I respond to adversity, because everybody's good when things is sweet and things is coming your way, but how do you respond to adversity? So I pride myself on being able to bounce back from things, and I look forward to continuing to not only just prove people wrong, but solidify what I already know. so that I can play at this level and I can sustain, a high level of excellence.
Your first 2 years, you were so confident and so self-assured, even when you weren't playing. You're as confident a guy as I've run into. I wonder, where does that come from?
I think it just comes from preparation, understanding that I prepare a lot harder than a lot of guys. I watch a lot of video, I understand the game, I put a lot of time into it and devote myself to it, and it's in my family, it's in my blood. And just my mom just always raising me to be confident. And if you don't believe in yourself, who gonna believe in you? If I'm out there looking unsure, and I'm supposed to be a confident person, who's gonna follow my lead? So just understanding that, and then just even when I didn't believe it, I believed it. I psyched myself out like, man, I'm gonna be a star. 5'2", 5'7", playing JV. I'm gonna be in the NBA, and people will be like, "You crazy? You're 5'7". Like, you don't even play varsity." So,
What do you think you can improve even more going forward after winning this award?
I think I got a lot of areas I can improve on. I don't get to the free throw line much, and I don't know if that's me not drawing fouls or just being a young player in this league and not having the respect yet. But I'll get there. Defensively, I'm still a work in progress. I got to get better off the ball. Obviously, you're watching the series, you can see I got to get better at guarding, pin downs, flares, all those things. And I will continue to get better because I'm a guy who recognizes something and then I kind of attack it. I understand that I got to get better in pick and roll coverages because that's the NBA. It's all about pick and roll, isolation situations, and being able to guard, under 14 in the shot clock. So defensively, offensively, being able to draw fouls, being more efficient in movements, off pin downs and flares, and offensively when I have the ball, being able to get shots quicker with less dribbles. I like to dribble a lot out of habit to kind of, survey the court, and just it's a comfort thing, having the ball and being able to dribble. But got to be more efficient. Just watching Dirk, he leads the NBA in catch and shoot. He's very efficient. He catches the ball, he makes a move. If he has his back to the basket, he's reverse pivoting and getting his shot off quicker. So, I got more of an old man style game now. I gotta kind of, put that all out there.
This will be the last question. Jace, go ahead.
CJ, can you elaborate more on what your brother means to you, and if there's any scene or conversation that kind of comes to mind on a moment like today?
Man, he means a lot. We've been through a lot together. He went to D2 NAIA school in Goshen College, Goshen, Indiana. And we basically played one-on-one every day, worked out together. Even to this day, we talk. Like, he texted me this morning, congrats, all that stuff. I'm about to cry. He means a lot. He does a lot for me. We've done a lot for each other. And just thankful to have him in my life.